Hey everyone, it's Carissa Wiley here at Sprinkled with Glitter. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am sharing a fun Christmas card featuring products from the stamp market. And let me be honest, I had like 30 minutes to make this card before I had to pick up my daughter. And so I'm flying by the seat of my pants, but I do have my color combo picked out and I am ready to go. I'm starting out with the Jumbo Crisscross background stamp from the stamp market, and I'm inking it up in some VersaFine Clair Nocturne pigment ink. And I'm taking this panel of Neenah Solar White heavyweight cardstock that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And I'm gonna place that on top of this face up stamp. I've inked it up with it face up on my work surface, and I find that this is the best way to stamp a background stamp. I've gone ahead and covered it with a piece of scrap paper, and then I'm just pressing all over it to transfer the ink. And then I'm going to pick it straight up from this background stamp, and there I have a beautiful background for my card. Now I'm going to take this Fa La La die, and I'm going to die cut it from some blush cardstock from the stamp market. I went ahead and did that off screen, and it's really beautiful. I do have to say, I had my colors picked out, and I had my products kind of laying in front of me. I didn't know exactly which ones I was going to use, but I was just, like I said, flying by the seat of my pants. I loved this Fa La La in pink, but I felt like it needed a shadow. So I went ahead and die cut this Fa La La die a second time out of some vellum. And I'm going to layer those up slightly offset. And to do that, I'm using a little bit of Gina K Connect adhesive glue. It's a liquid glue. I can kind of slide this around that way so that I can get it all exactly where I want it. And this is going to just kind of create a little bit of shadow behind this sentiment that's going to be the focal image on my card front. So once I get that done, I'm going to just press that into place, and then I can start some stamping. Now this is the Merry and Bright stamp set, and I have the Mossy green ink from the stamp market, and I am going to stamp this on the background, and I'm going to stamp it once full strength, and then I'm going to drop it. And then I'm going to kind of turn it around, and without re-inking it, I'm going to stamp it again. This is going to give those second generation stampings, it's going to give them kind of like a more far off or dreamy or out of focus effect on this card. And I think it's really a fun effect to try, especially with branches like these that are kind of sitting behind another focal image. It's like the ones that are stamped in the first generation are in crisp focus, and then that second generation gives it like that soft focus effect. So once I have those stamped and kind of a greenery base on my card front, I'm going to take these two images here. These are from the No Peeking Stamp and Die bundle. It is a big giant holly leaf and a candy cane, and I am going to stamp them in some stamp market inks. Now, initially I thought I would use this cherry red ink for my candy cane. I end up re-stamping it in bubblegum ink later, but it's beautiful both ways. I just thought the darker pink looked a little bit better with the color scheme I had going on. And because this is the first time stamping these stamps ever, and they're not kind of primed and ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and double stamp these images to get a really good solid stamping. Now, once I have them stamped onto this cardstock, I'm going to line up the coordinating dies that are sold separately, and I am going to use some ThermoWeb purple tape to hold those in place while I run them through my die cut machine. And then I went back and stamped a second holly leaf, and like I said, that candy cane once again in some bubblegum ink. And I'm just going to fill these images in around my focal sentiment here. So I'm adhering this Fa La La onto my card front using some foam adhesive. I've just cut it into little tiny strips, and I'm getting that centered up on my card base there. And this is actually really beautiful, just like this. But I'm going to add those really big, bold holiday images to kind of throw this card over the top. I was so into the layering today. I have so many layers happening here. And you can see this is where I bring in this bubblegum pink candy cane, and I think it's a lot better than the red. Now, I don't mind red with this color combination, but I just felt like it was too much red in this instance. So I'm going to use some foam adhesive to adhere this candy cane kind of onto that loop of the A, or the, I don't know what it's called, the ascender. If you know what the tail of an A is called, please let me know in the comments below. And I've also adhered my holly leaves, and I've added some Tonic Nouveau Aqua Shimmer Pin over that entire Fa La La die cut sentiment. Now, I thought this needed a tiny bit of gold, so I am embossing this Be Merry sentiment. This is from the Candy Cane Christmas bundle, I believe, onto some vellum, and I'm going to adhere that kind of overlapping my candy cane here. Then I'm going to bring in some enamel dots from the Stamp Market. You can see I've actually already mounted my card front onto my card base. It's a top folding A2 size card base made out of some Nina Solar White heavyweight cardstock. And I'm just bringing in some of those bubblegum pink enamel dots to add a little bit of shine, a little bit of dimension, and kind of the effect of some gems. Now, these tiny holly leaves, these are also from the Candy Cane Christmas bundle. I will have all of these products listed and linked below in the description at YouTube. So if you're looking for something in particular, be sure you check there. And I just thought that this candy cane needed a couple holly leaves and a little heart as well. So I've stamped those, die cut them, and placed them onto my card as well. Now, to finish off my card, because I have tons going on, I thought I might as well add one more thing. And so I grabbed some natural twine and just tied a little bow at the top. And that completes my quick and easy Christmas card for the day. From start to finish, less than 30 minutes for this card, and I didn't have the design done or anything. So I just grabbed my stuff, went for it. It's all about making fast decisions in the moment. I had my color palette figured out, but really, and some products pulled out, but really that was the only thing. I was just like, I'm going to grab these Stamp Market products that have been in my craft room forever, and I'm just going to go for it. And I was on time to pick up my daughter. As always, I will have all the products used in this project in the description at YouTube, so be sure to check there. Or you can head on over to my blog at sprinkledwithglitter.com. I will have it linked below. Over there, you'll find more still shots, more information, and a complete list of supplies. As always, I really appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of my paper crafting and card making video tutorials. I'm so glad you're here today. I'm hoping this holiday season is treating you well. And until next time, Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the very end. You know, if you've made it this far, you are one of my favorites. If you want to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and click the button on the left side of the screen. And here's a couple more video tutorials I thought you might enjoy.